Great day. Welcome to NB Ready. My name is Mark, and today I want to discuss what caliber 2 would you use, or full metal jacket caliber would you use for self-defense if you could not get access to full metal jacket ammo. If you couldn't get access to hollow point ammo. Sorry about that. So I have two calibers in front of me, of course, 3 rounds with 2 calibers. I have a 45 ACP and hollow point, 45 full metal jacket, 38 special hollow point. Now, the reason I even made the statement is because I was just kind of looking up threat levels for bulletproof vests from NIJ, National Institute of Justice, I believe, and I was looking up from level 1 up to level 4 because those are the threat levels that they pretty much certify. And level 1, I had to do some digging to find it because it's not even listed anymore on the site. It's from 2 to 4 now. So level 1, body armor protects 22 LR, I believe from a pistol, 25 and 32 ACP. So I was like, okay, cool. But level 2A protects against 9mm, that's going about 1,000 or so feet per second, 38 special, and 357 soft point, but kind of on a lower end. But level 2 stops 45 ACP, 38 special with a little more power, and also 357 with more power as well, a little more. So it stops everything under that's 2 and under. So I said, okay. If I really had to, I can actually use 45 ACP and 38 special for defense if I ran out of hollow point. Because think about this: if you're a gun person and you stockpile ammo, do you stockpile hollow point? Probably not. And if you do, awesome for you. But I personally don't know anybody who does. I don't have any statistics to prove whether people stockpile hundreds of thousands of hollow point ammo. I just know I tend to change out my hollow point quite often, whether it's a few times a year or if, I don't know, I want to try something different, right? But I tend to keep a nice amount of the full metal jacket because, if you practice, it's an investment. You're going to be going through ammo. So if you practice, you're going to go through ammo. Whether a few times a week at the range, a few times a month. Like, I'm not on law enforcement, so try to make sure I go at least once a week, just to focus on just basic pistol shooting, and also do some other dry fire practicing. But anyway, that's irrelevant. What's relevant is the fact that you're probably going to have more of the full metal jacket that you have stockpiled than hollow point, right? So if you absolutely had to, couldn't find access to, well, maybe not couldn't find access to, but it was limited. Hollow point was a little limited. I personally would feel comfortable using 45 ACP and 38 special. Now for 357 for level 2, it says it'll stop the soft point rounds. So I'm curious to know if full metal jacket will also be stopped by level 2 body armor. Probably not, because 357 Magnum is pretty powerful. It's pretty hot stuff. So, but if you're going to use a full metal jacket for defense, right? I do know some people who just that's what they do. I would want something that's probably not going to have too much pressure and over penetrate, but also can pretty much get the job done, to do what it needs to do. Now I know I'm not going to have the expansion unless you use a wad cutter, semi-wad cutter. So I actually have some 45 ACP that is a semi-wad cutter, right? And I have 38 special rounds that are also wad cutters or semi-wad cutters. So soft lead, it's going to expand. So that's an option, right? That's definitely an option. So here you'll see I have my 45. Ruger P345 is clear, of course. Perfectly, you can see that. Decock on the top. Pretty awesome gun. Seen it before. Nice little light on it. Then I also have this EAA indicator. You can see it is clear. Okay. Alright. So 38 special, 45 ACP. Level 2 body armor can stop both of them in full metal jacket. So, yeah. I think that would be a pretty decent pick if I had to defend myself, because not to say it could never happen, but if, you had a situation, maybe the first shot missed the perk, and it hit like some plywood or hit, it's probably going to stop if it's 38 special and 45 ACP. But if it's 9 mil or 40, you never know. It may continue to travel because, it's really hard to tell. But if I'm using like a semi-wild card, I'll probably feel a little more confident because I know it's going to have some type of mushrooming or expansion, opening effect versus full metal jacket. But interestingly enough, I have shot 45 ACP into trees, like when I'm just out shooting in the woods or something like that, and it'll make a dimple in the tree, right? It'll make a dimple in the tree. Certain trees, it won't go as deep as 9 mil. You can just kind of pick it out, but it'll flatten. But when I dug 9 mil out of a tree that's full metal jacket, it tends to hold its form. So I don't know the scientific facts behind it, but I'm like, okay, well, maybe this will flatten out, and 9 mil will just keep going. So in any event, the goal was to just kind of get an understanding for what pistol caliber in full metal jacket would you rather use if you had to, since we stockpile ball ammo. So drop some comments in the comment section. Let me know what type of calibers you use. My number one choice would be 45 ACP, then 38 special. Of course, and around those. So let me know, like, share, subscribe, just kind of food for thought. I'm thinking about it, I wanted to make a video about it. So let me know if this content was helpful, useful, or if there's anything else you guys want to see in the future. God bless. Take care.